Hello everybody, I'm Symes and this is Robin.
Hello there.
And unfortunately we've had a bit of a problem, we've lost a bit of recording, so this is now episode 7 of Stone Mirrors. We've lost the last 2 episodes.
Due to technical hitches.
Technical issues, so let's quickly summarise what happened. We were
Zombies!
Yes, basically. We were at the end of year 1, and I said, year 2 is when things start to get interesting, and then zombies showed up. So I think I was probably right in my prediction. It was a small siege. You can see we're under siege at the moment. It was a small siege. There were only 4 zombies and no necromancers, which is good because if there aren't any necromancers, that means they can't raise any body parts that are lying around into more zombies. So we
had an exploratory tunnel to try and shoot them from.
Yes, we tried to shoot them. It didn't really work because there were ramps in the way, because you kind of have to remove the ramps from in front of the walls before you can shoot through holes in them. But
we do now actually have some dwarves that know one end of a crossbow from the other.
Yes, we threw together a small Mark's Dwarf squad.
Yep.
Who are terrible at shooting things.
But they're enthusiastic.
But yeah, their heart is in the right place.
We've got a little training ground for them as well.
We've got some barracks for them down here, and I've started designating some more stuff because I had a think and I had a look up on what zombies are. And what I'm going to do first of all is to remove the alerts on the civilians so that they can get back to doing whatever. So I'll turn that on like that, and I'll take the squad off duty as well, because what I actually want for them to do is become miners again, because we made them miners, and there's some digging we want to do because I've had some ideas.
You have a plan.
I have a plan. So let's. We should be buttoned up inside the fortress because the bridge is still up. So even though I've taken the civilians off their alert.
Yeah, you did forget the one thing that we did manage to do on the zombies.
What's that?
Fire it into the stratosphere.
Oh, that's right. One of them was on the drawbridge when it got raised, and so he got flung into the air.
Which is suitably hilarious.
Happily landed in the trench down here. There he is, rather than inside the fortress.
Which is kind of handy.
Right. So, I set some designations. I told these guys to dig out some hematite, because hematite is iron, and I'm going to need that. But they found some damp stone, which just means it's underneath some water, which is, I guess, fair enough. I'm just going to leave them. I'm not going to redesignate it. At the moment, I'll let them carry on with what they were doing, and they found a bit of hematite there. But I had some thoughts. I did some reading about the undead, specifically necromancers, undead, because there are multiple types. Yeah. And your basic zombie, it's just you kill them by doing lots of damage to them. And because necromancers may be around, we don't really want to cut bits off them, because necromancers can just animate those bits. So blunt weapons are the way to go.
Yeah.
And because we don't want necromancers anywhere near our refuse pile, which is full of corpses, I also thought we should probably try and give them a way that they think leads into the fortress, but in fact takes them a long way away from the refuse pile and hopefully gets them killed before they get anywhere near us. To that end,
filled full of deadly traps.
Exactly. So over here, I've done a bunch of designating as well. This is a big old zigzag passageway.
Oh, blimey, it is indeed.
Yeah, you see it doesn't actually connect to the outside anywhere because it's not finished yet. But what the plan is that you have a zigzag passageway at the right, and on the left-hand side there we have a bunch of drawbridges, which when raised act as walls. So easy access for the dwarves to sort traps out and stuff, but we pull all the drawbridges up and then it's just a long twisty passageway. Right? You follow me so far?
It's going a bit Dungeon Keeper.
Yes. So if we put loads and loads of traps in this thing, weapon traps filled with maces, basically you can put up to 10 weapons in a weapon trap, so we'll have another weapon trap with up to 10 maces or warhammers in each one. And hopefully that'll batter most of them to death before they get anywhere near us. There are certain creatures who can avoid traps, thieves and such, so if we know they're coming, they'll get through all the traps, which is why I've started digging out this. I've designated this as well, which is a pit. There is an entrance in one end, there is an entrance in the other end. We will make them remotely lockable, and I've dug out a gallery around the pit, and I will be carving fortifications into the wall around the pit, such that our Marks dwarves will be able to shoot through it.
Lovely.
So we trap them in there and shoot them to death. That's the plan.
Excellent.
So let's just...
it's a fine plan.
Keep digging. They're finding a lot of damp stone here, which is probably not really a big deal. I'm not very interested in redesignating stuff at the moment, because they're finding hematite anyway. So, and hematite's what, and they're actually, looks like they're largely digging into obsidian there, which is not quite as interesting anyway. So I don't think the hematite cluster is any further to the right, but we'll see. So they'll just get on and dig, and they're digging a down stairway because I want to see if there's any hematite underneath, which there is. So that's good. That's good too. Ah, yes, and that's reminded me of another thing. It looks like, because we've got undead knocking about... Oh, ambush. No, that's great. So not only are there zombies, but we're being ambushed as well. Possibly by... yeah. If you look over here on the far left, there are kobolds entering our map.
More monsters.
To ambush us. I mean, we're locked up inside our fortress anyway. And what I'm saying, it really isn't going to affect it very much because we're sort of stuck inside.
Yeah.
But what might happen is that the kobolds and the zombies might fight each other.
That would be handy.
And they are indeed firing at the zombie, and they've killed him. So that's good.
Lovely.
Oh no! One of our stray kittens has adopted a dwarf. We haven't been keeping tabs on our pet population.
Yep.
So yeah, didn't we designate all our kittens for slaughter? I was certain that we had. Where is this kitten? Oh, there it is. There was only one left. I guess we just didn't get around to killing it.
Just couldn't kill the last
one.
one.
Or possibly it came in with the with the last migrant wave that we got. Anyway, never mind all that. The ambushers have just shot that zombie to death. So, which is, fine. They're all heading for the fortress, I think. I don't think they have a way in, although they may just try and shoot us. So let's have a quick look at who's on the map. They may be heading for the zombies to try and kill them, I don't know. So we've got 4 kobolds here, 3 bowmen, 1 swordsman, 2 undead goblins. So let's zoom to the kobolds. Where is he? Oh, he's there. Gosh, they move much quicker than zombies do. So let's follow him. See what he does. Ah, yes, he went straight for the other zombie. And
this is good.
They have just murdered the zombie. And now they're just milling around, by the look of it. I think we probably need to be a bit careful here, because the bowmen may well start trying to shoot people in the fortress, although they've just attacked another zombie up here, by the look of it. Yeah, so they're gonna... it's just said there was an ambush again. I don't know if it's just that we've spotted them again or what. Let's have another quick look at the units knocking around. Lots of dead things. Oh no, there are more kobolds. More kobolds have just arrived on the map. Anyway, doesn't really matter. Same sort of thing applies to kobolds as it does to zombies. But because all the zombies are now dead, the siege is lifted, which means that we might get another trade caravan, which might be good if they can kill all of the frigging kobolds. Or more migrants might come, which might be bad because the kobolds would kill them. Anyway, what I was saying was, we're kind of good for sieges in most respects because we are self-sufficient for food and drink. If we look at our stocks here, we've got 459 drinks and 1,214 in the food stores, and we still only have like 15 dwarves, or 18 rather. So that's going to last probably quite a while. But we do have a limited supply of wood. We've got some trees inside the fortress area, but
it's quite a lot in the stockpile, mind you.
Yeah, it was full though. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Not that long ago. So, so first of all, I'm going to designate all of the trees within the fortress area to be chopped down. Let's just do that. Sort of thus, which is probably half dozen. But it's not a problem because there are trees that grow underground.
Oh.
And because we're going to have to deal with sieges, probably, because I think where there's one undead siege, there will be more. I thought we should probably dig out a tree farm, as well as all the other things that we're doing. So if we look...
Is there a special type of tree?
Well, I'm just about to see. See, we've had this fungus down here for a while, and this here is a tower cap, and those are the sorts of logs that we brought with us. And this over here is fungi wood. So if you leave fungus alone for long enough, then fungus trees can grow. But we need a large area, so we're going to dig out. I thought we'd probably dig out an area for tree growth as well.
Bring on the trees.
And we'll chop those down. So all that, and I've also designated some digging. I don't know what it was. Oh, look, we have lots of full-grown chickens now as well. They've all grown up. So what I might do... We've got plenty of eggs. That's the other thing that helps. We've got a variety of foodstuffs. But what I might do is make some more nest boxes. If I didn't already know. Oh yes, they're queued already. There's another 10 queued. So let's resume. Woodcutter cancels construct building interrupted by kobold bowmen. This is the thing that I was slightly worried about. I don't want people out here getting shot.
They probably don't want to be shot either.
No, and it's good that we've got the walls up because that helps.
Yep.
But the kobolds.
Eventually, I guess we want walls all the way round.
Yes, we do, and we kind of the reason for having this stuff up here is so we could put fortifications on top of the walls, and then our Marksdwarfs could shoot out, but they wouldn't get shot back. But we're not there yet.
There's a question: when the drawbridge is raised, does it act as a wall?
It does. It acts as
That's handy.
It acts as a 1-unit high wall.
That's handy.
Which is good. So we've got stuff going on, and there's people bringing hematite down from this mine working up here. That's good. And this is where we tried to shoot the undead, but stuff was in the way.
Yeah.
And down here, I think.
Would it be worth carving that out a bit?
Well, if we could get rid of all the enemies on the map, then possibly.
True.
But anyway, so we've got that. This is going to take a while to dig out, which is the other reason I wanted our other miners on the case. But I think below this big green area might be a good place to put our tree farm because it's going to be in a soil layer, therefore lots of soil for the stuff to grow on. So, but we'll come back to that because we've got quite a lot of digging to do. I think we'll dig the tunnel out a bit further though. We'll designate it to be dug out a bit further, and then we'll come out here and go downstairs and then dig out in the soil layer, or possibly here if this is a good enough soil layer to use.
Digging all over the place.
Anyway, let's go back upstairs and make sure no one's being shot by these bowmen. It doesn't look like it. So that's good. But I'm just very slightly concerned. They're getting interrupted but the bowmen are all out there, and but they're just running away rather than being shot, which is better than them being shot.
Yep.
So
being shot's bad.
I don't know what our miners are doing, because I did also tell them to continue digging down into the depths, which they may have done, or may not have done. No, actually, no. But that's the designation. Yeah, they were building that floor and they've suspended it because of there being bowmen out there. Well, so I guess we'll just have to let things run for a little while. The thing with the sieges is that they do eventually bugger off, but we're not actually under siege right now. It's an ambush, so I don't know if they will also eventually bugger off or not. But yeah, all of the construction over there is being suspended because they are running away from the bowmen, and also apparently because someone's had a kid and it's wandered off. So, well, look, we seem to have an invasion of bunnies.
Yeah.
It's just loads of rabbits suddenly appeared over there.
Not killer rabbits.
No, sadly not going to. A thief has stolen a birchen bolt. So I want to zoom the location. Yeah, he's stolen it because it was lying around on the ground outside and we'd reclaimed it.
Yeah.
So whatever, yeah. So anyway, let's see who's out there. Still got 6 invaders, some rabbits, and a possum.
The rabbits aren't invaders though.
No, and these they're not wandering off yet, but they may at some point. Most of the stuff that we're doing in the fortress can carry on you know, we're not really restricted in that way, because, as I said, we can deal with sieges and stuff because we're self-sufficient for food, so we can just kind of wait.
Yeah.
For people to carry on
once
doing.
we get the trees there, we'll be super okay.
Doing all their digging, yes. And the only really reason that we need the trees is that we need to occasionally make stuff out of wood, and we need some charcoal for steel making.
Ah.
And this is why we're digging out all this hematite, which is getting stacked up down here. And we can certainly turn that into iron. So let's smelt some hematite. Oh no, it's not letting me. Why isn't it letting me do that?
That's our IKEA area, as I like to call it. Our big pile of furniture.
Yeah, it's a huge pile of furniture that's a nightmare to get through and just takes forever. And it's completely full as well. And one reason for having stockpiles, it's autumn already, that's how fast things are going. One reason for having stockpiles, and one reason why, when we've dug some more of these out, I'm going to turn one of them into an enormous furniture stockpile, is that when workshops get full of stuff that's been built, they get cluttered.
Yep.
And that slows down production. So, what we really want is for that not to happen. Ideally, especially if it's important things like weapons. So that's why we make stockpiles for stuff like that, and furniture, which is like just holds loads of random things, statues and chests and tables and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's autumn, which would normally be the time that the dwarf caravan arrived, but we don't know if it will.
Yeah, because we've got those kobolds lurking around outside.
Because the kobolds are lurking around, and because there's currently no path into our fortress, because obviously we don't want to let the kobolds in.
Are there any zombies left out there?
No, they were all killed. They are made into pin cushions. There they are, dead goblin corpses, and still 6 invaders. So I don't know. More wood being chopped down. If we've struck Cinnabar, yay! That means nothing at all. Right. Oh, that's why we can't do any smelting. We haven't got any charcoal.
That's not helpful then.
And all the charcoal that's being made is being used in forging copper warhammers, which I think I'm going to cancel. So, I suppose we'll carry on doing whatever. Cancels forge warhammer. Yeah. I already told you to cancel all those. So, stuff happening. Kobolds lurking around outside. So, we're gonna just be doing a lot of mining and other things. See what the job. We've got some rock pots being made for holding more drinks. Some meals and stuff. We've got some barrels being made. Copper warhammers, which I will remove. Let me just scroll down to remove that. And bolts, well obviously we need them. More drinks, more meals, mechanisms for traps and levers and stuff, and some nest boxes. So yeah. And we've just been pulled to the surface. Why is that? There's an announcement happened. An ambush. Another ambush.
Another one. More kobold fun.
Fucking kobolds everywhere. Unless it's the
kobolds.
Same.
Thousands of them.
No, it's more kobolds. Just kobolds after kobolds come onto the map. Well, we don't have a military that can take them on. We didn't have when there was 4 of them. We certainly don't now. There's what, 10? How many of them is there now? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of them. We don't have a military that can take on a dozen kobold swordsmen and bowmen, so carry on with the plan as before. I think, which is, just keep on digging out everything that we want to dig out until we've got our trap rooms, which they're now on the way to doing. And there's another. There's a bunch of cinnabar there, so they'll all dig that out. All of our miners and new miners are busy doing that, and we just wait for that to happen, which will take a while. Oh, someone's wounded. Because there was a recover wounded task that just got cancelled. That isn't good. We need to find out who it is. So we go to status, health, the hunter. The hunter is in need of diagnosis.
Medic!
So, I said he's got no health problems. No evaluated wounds, but his diagnosis is required. He's probably went too close to the walls and got shot by kobolds. Let's see if we can find him.
Can you tell people just stay away from that area?
Oh, he's there. So he's actually underground, as it is.
He stubbed his toe then or something?
He has a wound in his upper body, it seems. Let's have a look at his health. No, it's no problems, but it does say diagnosis is required. And if it'll tell him. Upper body cut open, liver is fractured. How can you have a fractured liver? That's not very good at all.
It doesn't sound fun.
But well, obviously, I think the reason the task was interrupted was that the person who was going to do it was upstairs and there was a kobold nearby, but we need to kind of keep them out of there. I turned off the burrow because all of this stuff is outside the burrow and it was going to take too long to designate it all as being part of the burrow.
Yeah.
But
might be worth doing again.
Maybe I should turn it back on. How did this... Stop. Reports, right. Let's see. There are people fighting. Look at this. No recent announcements about this fight, but I've got people... There's Hunter at the top. Was shooting at the goblins.
Oh.
No, was shooting at the corpses. And then shot the kobolds. And then the kobolds shot back. So, yeah. So it did some damage to the kobold bowman, because it looks sick there. But that's, yeah. Tore the muscle and tore the liver. That's not good. And, oh. Yeah, we're taking injuries.
Not so good.
Not so good.
Definitely need to keep them from outside then.
Yeah, we need to keep them from outside, and we need to keep them away from the walls, which is problematic. But that kobold there, the one with the flashing X over him, I think that's one that was injured. There's a pile of vomit there as well.
That's charming.
Because of the injury. Upper left leg broken, left upper leg cut open, left lower arm broken, left lower arm cut open, lower body cut open, guts is broken. So yeah,
she's not well.
Our kobold, our hunter, gave easily as good as they got. But
is that going to increase his experience in shooting stuff?
Yes, but because it was our hunter, it was already quite good at shooting stuff, having done lots of hunting.
Yeah.
Right. We're gonna need a hospital. Let's designate our hospital then, shall we? We're using zones.
Sounds a plan.
This is the hospital zone with H. It's a hospital. Hospitals needs beds, tables, traction benches, and boxes or bags. And they can use thread and cloth and splints and so on. So let's put some stuff in the hospital. Let's build some beds. Oh, we haven't got any beds made. Alright, let's add a job.
We've probably got plenty of beds in the storeroom.
No, we don't have any. They've all been put into bedrooms.
Ah.
Let's make 10 more beds.
As usual, IKEA doesn't have what you need.
We need a traction bench. Let's make 3 traction benches. We're going to need some chains as well.
Chains?
Yes, for the traction benches.
Alright. Stretch people back into shape.
Yes.
Right, lovely.
So we're going to have to make them out of copper, probably. So let's make them out of copper. Let's make some chains. We've got 5 chains. But we can put a container in there into here because we've got some coffers we can use. So let's put one of these dacite coffers in there, and that'll be used for storing stuff. And so because we've got wounded now, we're going to need water for them.
Yeah.
Which is a problem because our cistern's not ready. So we're going to have to go for a secondary water source. So let's see how the water is down here in the caves. And more importantly, see if we can get to it without exposing our dwarves to danger. So here's the water in the caves. It's muddy.
Muddy water.
Actually, it just says water. So yeah, so water is what you want. What you don't want is murky, stagnant water, because that's bad.
Okay.
This looks like it might be okay as water. So what we will do is, we can't do that. So let's find a space where we can put a room to have a water collection zone in. Arguably the closest space is over this side, but that's kind of insane, being on the opposite side from where everything else is. Let's put it up here, so we can dig some of this gold out as well. So, it's going to be slightly tricky to get to, but not to worry.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? Right, so we're going to have a room up here on this floor. We can't get to it through this floor because there's a cavern in the way and there might be bastards. So we'll make a path to it from here.
Okie dokie.
So from the stairway here, I'll just mine out a little bit. To say there, which is nicely out of the way. Yep, and in this area we want to mine out a room, channel out some channels.
Sensible.
Like so, we'll have channel along that end, and we'll do. Let's just do some channeling for now, like that. And what that will do is the channels will appear as mined out areas down here. I'll just make sure I'm not doing something phenomenally stupid. Nope, I think we're good. So, and we'll be digging down into this room, so we'll find this spot here. Instead of a mine, we'll make this an upstair. Which is you. Put an upstair there, go up a level, put a downstair here.
Up, down, all over the place.
Remove that, so now we'll have a path. We have this little passageway which goes down here to this downward stairway which goes down into this room, which will be where the water is. So we need to get them to dig that out. Which might take a while because they've been told to do quite a lot of digging. So I think I might remove some of these designations so that they won't dig out quite so much. Let's find out where they are at the moment, our miners. This one's digging. Quite a lot of them are digging. Let's zoom to them. Now they're digging out this trap stuff, which we do need as well, but I think
so much to dig.
I think we want the water source first. I think what I'll do is I'll block off that passageway for now. Yeah, he's cancelled storing an item in the stockpile because he's resting his injury, or her injury, I can't remember. Right, so that coffer's been put in the hospital. The hunter is just lying in the corner of the hospital on the floor. Needs refined coal. I think we are out of charcoal again. Let's see what's happening here. The make charcoal task is ongoing. I just think there isn't any charcoal available, so... Yeah, so it's cancelling lots of forge tasks and not doing any of the charcoal making tasks at all. That's not very helpful.
No.
Let's have a look at what's inside here. The wood furnace is completely empty. The forge has a couple of picks lying in it. There's nothing in the smelter. Where are we? Forge copper chain. I think it's possibly because it's on management's thing. So if we do a new order of charcoal, I'll make 10 charcoals, and we prioritise that above the chain. Maybe that'll help. Someone keeps coming and taking wood. I don't know what they're doing with it. Possibly making beds. And if they are, that would be good, because it means we could put some beds in the hospital. Nope, they're not ready yet. Who's making beds? Anyone? 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 No. Oh, they're making barrels. Tell you what, let's cancel this barrel order. We've got some barrels, that'll do. Instead we'll get them to make those beds. Right. So, that's
Where are we?
They've dug that out all the way. I need them to be down here, digging out around the caverns, which they are not doing. Oh, someone's digging something out. Oh, I think they've gone down here, and they're digging all the way down into this hole. Yep, they are. Which is fine. Oh, we've found the second cavern layer.
Ooh. How many cavern layers are there?
It depends, because it's a map generation setting, but the default is 3.
Right.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's a bit of a labyrinth.
We've dug right into the ceiling. Okay, cancel these designations. And these as well. Right the way down here, because there's no point in doing that anymore. So, crisis. Oh, look, they've dug this up downstairs, all the way down into here.
Mm.
Right down into the cave.
Might want to block that up.
We're going to want to block that up. So, which is, let's just get out of the bloody way. See what's here. That's a stairway, that's a floor. Okay, that's a wall. That's a wall too. So, right, it looks like this is the only stairway that is of interest. So we just need to build a floor over it. So let's remove upstairs, remove this upstairs, but we're going to want to put some upward stairs in so they can actually get out once they've done that. So let's put some upward stairs there, which will lead them up into the bottom of the stairwell here. And resume. Yep. Done. Build. Walls, floors, track, floor. Floor here, out of phyllite because it's right next to it. So that should block that off. Right.
Can you designate priorities for different areas, or do dwarves just do things whichever way they want?
They'll kind of do. There are vague priorities, like they'll tend to dig down before doing anything else, which is I think why they went into this. But I don't exactly know. I think it's like it might be like prioritized from top left of the map and then down rather than up. But
so you can't tell them an area is more important.
No, not really. And now they're digging out this marble. But so once they've built that floor, that should be good. We have a cancellation of a give water task because an empty bucket is required, so we need to make some buckets. And let's queue those on the jobs. Bucket. What should we make the bucket out of? Actually, we should make it out of wood, frankly.
We've got a lot.
We've got some wood knocking around, and we have better things to do with our ore than make buckets.
Fair enough.
Right, so all that excitement, I think, probably leads us to the end of this episode, in which lots of people showed up and some people got shot, and all the zombies got murdered by the kobold invaders, who then proceeded to try and kill us.
Yeah, we got one of them.
We got one of them. Well, he's injured. I don't know if it's. I don't know if the kobold's dead. It looks like the kobold has in fact moved. is wandering around, so he's no longer unconscious. But
he's not feeling well.
They got. That much is certainly true.
Yeah.
So we need to deal with our siege problem.
Yeah. Otherwise, no one else is going to turn up.
And we need to carry on getting the hospital sorted out, get the water sorted out, try and
always things to do.
Deal with these things. Perhaps we'll get a caravan arriving, a trade caravan, which may help because trade caravans usually have quite well trained guards. So they could possibly show up and murder all the kobolds for us, which would be helpful.
That would be helpful.
But we will have to wait until next time to find out.
Okay.
So,
toodaloo.
Thanks for watching, and see you next time.
Adios.